Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
For Thanksgiving, a lot of us would have wine with our lunch, and she being 20, we still didn't allow her or try to push it towards her to have any sort of wine or alcohol with us. No.
It's that time of year when kids return home for the holidays. And while some parents might allow them to drink under their supervision, in North Dakota, the law mandates otherwise. Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz looks into the law on both sides of the Red River.
Fargo dad Richard Wisk looks forward to his daughter returning home for the holidays.
She's at the University of Minnesota Duluth, so she recently turned 20 years old.
But one thing he won't let her do when she returns is drink in the house.
We've had other friends that, will allow it, under their supervision. But yeah, we would rather not allow it or, push it towards that.
And considering he lives in North Dakota, that's a good thing.
So it's a B misdemeanor in North Dakota for possession or consumption if you are under the age of 21.
That means up to 30 days in custody under a $1,500 fine. But that's just for your kid. A parent providing alcohol can be even more punishable.
It's an A misdemeanor, which is a 360-day maximum or $3,000 fine.
But there are some exceptions.
For those of us that are Catholic or any of those kinds of ceremonies.
Another exception, an underage drinker is immune from prosecution when reporting a medical emergency. The laws in Minnesota, however, are a bit lighter, where drinking under parent supervision is allowed, which Fargo dad Richard Wisk didn't know.
Wow.
But he says he still wouldn't let his daughter drink in the house.
I think the longer they wait to do that activity, I think the better. The more mature, the more safer they'll be.
Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
Health officials from Cass and Clay counties warn against underage drinking. If you want more information on this topic, head on over to our website and click on this story. Coming up after, whether two women in Grand Forks who were raped by a man who broke into their apartment are now suing the apartment management company, saying it didn't do enough to keep its tenants safe. Plus, do you understand the meaning of Christmas? As it turns out, a good amount do not. We've got that story for you in just a few moments. But first, Robert, we've seen some flakes falling throughout the early evening. Are conditions expected to worsen overnight?
We'll continue to see a few flakes from time to time, mainly some flurries, a few light snow showers out there. A live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Still a few very light flakes falling here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, and we'll continue to see that off and on overnight tonight. Maybe some steadier snow, better chance of that off toward the north as we head through the day tomorrow. Main roads in pretty good shape. It's those secondary roads, those neighborhood streets that still have some slick conditions out there. So take care as you head out and about. 24 feels more like 18. Winds light out of the east at 5. Moorhead a few degrees cooler at 21. Temperatures elsewhere mild to the west. 32 in Jamestown, 30 in Valley City, but to the east it's cold. 12 in Baudette, 13 in Bemidji, 14 up in the Roseau area. Winds light. They're going to remain generally light tonight. Could see some stronger gusts, and we are seeing some stronger gusts out near the Jamestown area, but generally light, 5 to 15 miles per hour with an occasional stronger gust. But it is cold enough and windy enough to create some wind chills below zero, and Roseau and Baudette both reporting a wind chill of -3. A lot of cloudiness out there. The clouds too shallow for the satellite to pick up in this shot here, but underneath those clouds we are still seeing some very light snow, and we'll see that off and on tonight. Got a report from Thief-River Falls earlier about an inch of snow with some of these snow showers here in Fargo. Just a dusting to a coating of snow, but it is adding to those slick spots out there. More snow making its way through southeastern North Dakota into northeastern South Dakota, and more still off towards the east, the arrowhead of Minnesota and northern portions of Wisconsin. Off to the west, pretty quiet. Just a few rain and snow showers across the southern plains and southern Rocky Mountains, and off towards the east, pretty quiet until you get into some snow showers making their way through parts of the Great Lakes. For us, overnight tonight, the big story is going to be the temperature difference. You're going to see temperatures stay in the 20s to the west and dropping down into the single digits across northern portions of Minnesota. Winds, again, are going to stay light. A lot of cloudiness out there. Those clouds a little bit thinner. That's going to allow those temperatures to dip into the single digits in northern Minnesota. Overnight tonight, a chance for some flurries. Through the day tomorrow, here comes the snow. Now, the best chance for snow will be across the northern portions of the valley, but you can see some of it gets down into the central portions of the valley on the southern fringe, and starting to see some of that. May see a little bit of freezing drizzle, freezing rain, maybe some sleet mixed in. That will continue to slide off towards the east. Across northern portions of the valley, could see 1 to 3 inches of snow, maybe even isolated amounts up to 4 inches of snow. Here in Fargo, we'll start off the day in the upper teens. By lunchtime, we're going to warm it on up into the mid-20s, and later on in the day, we'll have that chance for some steadier snow. Better chances to the north, but we'll keep an eye on that. 30 degrees for your high. Picture of the day. It's a gorgeous one. Thanks to Jay for sending that in. Sunset and city lights over Fargo. This from a Cessna 140. Quite the view there. We're going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast. Late day snow lingering into early Saturday. Sunday, a quiet day. A wintry mix possible Monday. Snow and windy on Tuesday. More snow showers possible Wednesday and early Thursday. And by Thursday, after many days of temperatures above normal, we fall below normal.
Welcome to winter.
Welcome to, it's going to slap us right in the face, too.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, but.
Well, it will, figuratively speaking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robert.
You got it.
And what we're always worried about during these winter months, out emergency crews scrambling earlier today. This is after reports of a child fell through the ice in Moorhead, but thankfully no one was hurt this time around. Officials hope this serves as a reminder about the dangers of ice it can create this time of year. Valley News Team's Ashley Holcomb explains.
Moorhead police responded to a 911 call about children walking on a frozen pond. A caller was worried that a child had fallen in. After searching the scene, police found no breaks in the ice and all children were accounted for. False alarm or not, the severity of the situation must be understood. Over the past month, there have been numerous incidents of people falling through the ice. But it isn't just on the lakes where you should be careful.
The ice has definitely increased our volume of people coming in the last few days.
More than 24 patients checked in at Sanford's orthopedic walk-in clinic in just under 4 hours.
We've had fractures, we've had some sprains, some strains of muscles and bruising.
Maybe you're walking to your car or to a restaurant. Either way, navigating the roads and sidewalks is a challenge. So always proceed with caution. In Fargo, Ashley Holcomb, Valley News Live.
Officials say salting your driveways and making sure you have a clear path to your car can help you prevent any injuries. Also new for you now at 9 tonight, a Park Rapids, Minnesota man is dead after an icy road crash just south of Bemidji this morning. The Minnesota State Patrol reports the crash happened just before 10 a.m. Troopers say 18-year-old Elise Sykes of Hudson, Wisconsin lost control of her car on those icy roads and crashed into a 75-year-old Park Rapids man's car. Authorities are not releasing the name of the man killed at this time. Sykes and 2 other passengers were taken to the hospital and treated for their injuries. A new lawsuit surrounding a rape case of 2 UND students back in 2013. This is police footage from the case of how easy it was to force through a locked sliding glass door in a Northside Grand Forks apartment. The rapist was locked up, but now the landlord is under fire for having unsecured apartment units. Valley News Live investigated and found that some units now have a wooden rod preventing those doors from being forced open.
Parents across the upper Midwest, North Dakota, Minnesota, they send their kids to school at UND. They rent an apartment near campus. They expect their kids to be safe. And the choices that were made by the landlord in this case resulted in these 2 young women being far from safe.
The landlord, Robert Koger, declined to comment on the case. The lawsuit is seeking $50,000 for each victim. North Dakota's Attorney General says the state's new concealed carry law, it is legal to carry a loaded gun in your vehicle as long as you have proper ID. Attorney General Wayne Stenjum issued an opinion today saying a valid driver's license or state ID is the same as a concealed weapons license under the state's constitutional carry law. The law took effect in August and allows law-abiding adults to forego background checks and classes. GOP lawmakers asked for the opinion after law enforcement and prosecutors raised some questions about the legality of having a loaded weapon in a car without a permit. A newly released video shows up in a close look at the damage left behind a powerful natural gas explosion at Minnehaha Academy in the Twin Cities back in August. Take a good look. The video released today shows windows and ceilings completely blown out, walls caved in, and crumbled wood and metal framing ripped from their anchors. The blast killed 2 Minnehaha employees and injured a handful of others. A proposed merger between Sanford Health and Mid-Dakota Clinic has been blocked by a U.S. District Judge. Yesterday, a preliminary injunction was issued until a Federal Trade Commission hearing takes place next month. North Dakota Attorney General Wayne Stenjum and the FTC allege the deal would violate antitrust law by reducing competition for health care services in the Bismarck-Mandan area. Dakotas-based Sanford has 45 hospitals and nearly 300 clinics in 9 states and 3 countries. What does Christmas mean to you? We found a new study from a respected research company indicating that a little over half of Americans believe Christmas is a religious holiday. But nearly 45% don't trust the origins of this day. And while those statistics may surprise you, a man in the business says he's not surprised one bit.
We have a bigger job today to make people understand that, to help people understand that, because we have much more secular society than we once did. But that's all right, because it means that the message is new, it's not old for a lot of people, and it's worthwhile.
Others we spoke with today say of course they believe in the roots of Christmas. In fact, many of them say going to church on Christmas Eve is a holiday tradition. And a reminder to join us tomorrow at 6 o'clock on KX for the Farmers Union Insurance Bison Football pregame show. We'll get you all set for the 7 p.m. kickoff on ESPN2. And another reminder for you, there's a CW giveaway that includes a VNL VIP Fargo Force Night Suite experience on December 30th. All you have to do to register to win is head on over to valleynewslive.com or ndtoday.tv and click on the contest tab. We're going to pick 2 winners, and they're going to get the chance to hang out with us, the Valley News Live crew, while also enjoying some hockey. The deadline to register, by the way, is on December 21st at noon.